Alright, so you guys may have noticed that I have done some changes with the Ethan deck. Instead of Dunsparce and Dunsparce, I have switched to Dreepy and Dracloak, and this gives me more consistent drawing power, because even though the Dunsparce lets you draw 3 and then shuffle him back in the deck, meaning he can avoid being taken as a prize, it also means that, I've got fewer Pokemon on the field, and often that means a Cyndaquil or one of my other support Pokemon that I need ends up needing to be in the active spot. So with Dracloak, I can look at 2, put one in my hand, the other one on the bottom. So this just lets me draw more and he stays on the field rather than being shuffled in. The other thing I have added is a second Victini, because the Victory Cheer does stack. So Ethan's Typhlosion with all Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile would do 280. That's with all 4. And then with 20 more from 2 Victini, that makes it 300, which means that even stage 2 Pokemon with 330 health normally under the effects of Gravity Tower, bringing their health down to 300, are now susceptible to being one-shot by Ethan's Typhlosion at full power. Some other changes here. Speaking of Gravity Mountain, I did add a couple more of those so that I don't have just the one and risk it being prized. And speaking of being prized, I added the redeemable ticket, because there have been instances where a key card I needed, such as one of my Ethan's Adventure or more, have been stuck as prize cards. So I'll use my Bonded by the Journey to draw out all the ones currently from my deck, then use the redeemable ticket to get anything that is currently stuck as a prize. And yeah, that's really all the changes that I made in here. Also added some more Arven, got the max of those, as well as more Buddy Buddy Poffins, because my new game opener is getting the Buddy Buddy Poffin and then pulling out the Technical Machine Evolution. When I go second, I can attack and use the supporter card, so this lets me have 2 evolved Pokemon on the bench immediately, whether it be 2 Quilavas or Quilava and Dracloak. And I still keep the Blood Moon Ursaluna. He's become less critical now that I've got kind of my setup down, but could still be a late game clincher, so he is still in the deck. But yeah, so here is the new full deck list. Let me know what you guys think, and this is the one we'll be using moving forward. And we're getting close. There's not much left until the season ends. We're making that final push.